On.
Which one is this? What word is this?
L-O-V-E.
Love. And this one is what?
Y. O. You.
How long has Romarkion been a student?
Romarkion is here since last year. I took him at a tender age for his 1 year, about 1 year and 2 months or so. I took him last year so his mother and father could really have a steady job, because this is one of my purpose. If I can help young people to groom their child or children, then I'll take the children at that age.
When did you realize that he learns at a faster pace than the average?
Okay, my granddaughter, which is a past student of the school, when he started, he would never come to the class. So my granddaughter was operating in the office, and on a daily basis, she would have had him in her arms, and she called him her son. So she would have her cell phone, and on the laptop she would have him in the office. So whenever the father comes in the daytime, he would meet my granddaughter Britley Gale with Romarkion, and she would have taken him. One day I went to her and I said to her, how is it that Romarkion is doing? And she said to me, Mommy, Grandma, he's a smarty. I said, what do you mean smarty? She said, everything I give him on the cell phone, he knows it, and I want to keep him. So she stayed with us until May of last year. I decided to run a little test on him. So I had some cards and I brought him in my office, and I poured the cards down on the floor. And when I poured them, I had the capital and the common letters. And I said, Romarkion, baby, I'm giving you cards. And I realized that he was able to match all the common to the capital. And I said, well, you're a genius. So I started communicating with his father. And in the evenings, I would have him, I start giving him things. But then the ministry, the government had sent us some calendars with the new money. And when I got them, I had them in my office. And I started putting them on my desk to say, this is for this class, this is. And he said, money. I said, money, baby. He said, yes. He said, $50. I said, mighty God of Daniel, how could you ever know that this is $50? I said, but you're an angel in disguise. And he laughed, this little pretty smile. Then he started touching them one at a time, and he said, $100. I said, $100? So how these people know it? I sat at the desk and I started to say, God. Then he said, 1,000. And he started to look at the zero, and he started to say, when his father came, I said, you know, your son is a genius, and I need to get a write-up with this baby boy. And he said, I know, you know. And then we started communicating, and they started sending me videos with him at home, and I started to send. I said to them, I'll send you some learning things when I get them on thing there. I'll send them to you with the letter sounds and so. So we start conversing at that point.
And how is he doing in school? Is he more advanced than
He's advanced than all the other students. He doesn't play, he plays, but with his work. So if he gets up now, he goes over that corner, and you hear he's saying letter T. And he touches every letter in every center. And when the other children not saying what the teacher said, this little baby would go and say, H, H. So he would help the other students.
Show me the 1.
Which one the 1?
Oh, good job. Show me the 2.
It's not 2.
Good job. Show me the 3. Good job. Show me the 4. Good job. And show me the 5. Good job. When did you realize that Romarkion is special? That he's just different from other students?
First time he was 1 at the time, and I showed him, because I have a book at home where we do homework, where I actually give him work and so on. And I went through some shapes with him once, and he took up the book a couple days after, and I realized that he remembered all the shapes and also some colors. So I was like, wow, really good really. So I started to numbers and so on. One day I saw him take up the letter W, and then he said W, W, and then he flipped it and said M. And so, he's really smart. So and then I realized that he, like when he's saying the letter, instead of he saying A, he would try to pronounce it. He would say apple. So he said what's it for, and he counts like everything. He's very observant, very observant. If you give him a juice and he looked at it, he looked at it before he actually put it in his mouth, and he really like used everything that is, and like called the letters, and if you see number he would look and he called the numbers and then he would drink it.
And he was doing this he started doing this at 1 year old.
Yeah, he was 1 at the time, and then he used to get homework to spell his name every day. And about 2 weeks or so, about 2 weeks or so, and I said, what is your name? And instead of him telling me his name, he spelled it out. So I said, like 9 letters, I said, no. I remember I mean at 2 grade, I couldn't spell my last name because it's long. So I said, spell Romarkion, and he spelled it perfect, and it was 1 at the time. And I said, it's 9 letters. And then I called my mom and I said to her, you know Romarkion spelling his name? And she said, how many letters are in his name? And she said, and I said 9. And I said, and he remembers all? And I said, yes. And I said to his dad, and I left him with his aunt one time, and when I came back, she said she heard him pronouncing name, like he wrote on the tablet AS, and he said as. I said, really? And he was 1 at the time. So
did these things start happening before or after he started school here?
Well,
Before. Because you're constantly at home teaching and stuff.
Yeah, and I noticed that he loves books. He doesn't really play with toys. As the principal said, books. Like if you give him toys and books, he should.
So while you were pregnant with him, did you do anything different? Were you reading books to him in the room?
I prayed. I always wanted a smart baby, and I prayed for 2 things. I prayed for a healthy baby, and I prayed for a smart baby. And my prayer answered. I'm just now praying that he goes up to be a God-fearing.
High five. 2, 4.
6, 8, 10, 12.
How does he learn best? Like, what's the best way do you see him gravitate or adapt to information?
Once it's fun, I'll catch on to anything fast. Once it's fun.
Would you say he's able to just look at something and remember it instantly?
Yes, I realized that with him. He's also doing addition.
Yeah.
So, and I realized that he learns fast, and he's 2-year-old. Normally starts school when you're 3-year-old. And as soon as I noticed that he fully understands something, I try to teach him in advance. I try to teach him.
Yeah, and sometimes he would normally correct me when I'm intentionally showing something that's off, that's correct me. Like reading.
Is he your only child?
Yes,
I O M A R K I O.